Oh, come, lift your voice. There is a sound in the dust. There is a sound in the ruins. There is a sound of rebuilding. There is a sound of new beginnings. And over every fear, over every silence, His love is louder.
Unless the Lord builds the house, we're just building empty walls. Unless His hand lays the stone, it will crumble, it will fall. But I hear the sound of heaven rising. He's making all things new again. A city of peace, a place of grace, where His love will never end.
From broken ground, hope is breathing. From weary heads, faith begins. What He starts, He will complete. The rebuilding now begins.
Love is louder than the darkness, louder than the fear inside. Love is stronger than the sorrow. Love will always be our guide. He's the builder and foundation. Every heart is His design. Love is louder, forever it shines. Forever it shines. He said, behold, I'm doing a new thing. Do you not see it spring to life? From the ruins He is rising, turning ashes into light. Where despair once had a voice, now mercy speaks again. What was lost is being restored by the faithfulness of Him. So we stand upon His promise, not by strength of human hands, brick by brick and heart by heart. We are built by His command. Love is louder than the darkness, louder than the fear inside. Love is stronger than the sorrow. Love will always be our guide. He's the builder and foundation. Every heart is His design. Love is louder, forever it shines. Love is louder. Lift your voice and declare His name.
Love is louder.
Every mountain must bow down. Jesus builds what none can break. Forever reigns. No weapon formed will stand. No storm will steal our praise. What love is joined together, no power can erase. The fire burns within His house. The cornerstone is sure. What mercy builds will always stand.
What he builds will stand forever. What he speaks will come to pass. From beginning to completion, we are held in steadfast love.
His love is louder than the darkness. His love is louder than the fear. His love is louder than the silence. Forever is louder.
Some rebuild with noise. Some rebuild with tears. Heaven listens to both.
Unless the Lord builds the house, these hands will only ache. Every stone I tried to lift, shattered under weight. I gathered hope from broken plans, from promises worn thin. Still a whisper moved the rubble. This foundation starts with me.
Not by power, not by strength, but by love that stays.
Love is louder than the silence, louder than the doubts I hear. Love is stronger than the waiting, stronger than the passing years. When my voice can barely reach you, still your mercy calls my name. Love is louder. It remains. I walk through fields of fallen prayers, where faith once stood upright. Every door felt sealed with fear, every step was fought with night. But even in the quiet ground, your mercy traced my name. You were building where I couldn't see, working gently through the pain.
What you plant in broken soil still knows how to rise.
Love is louder than the silence, louder than the doubts I hear. Love is stronger than the waiting, stronger than the passing. Even when I cannot find you, even when the road feels long, love is louder. It holds up. I brought you fragments. You called them holy. I brought you weakness. You called it enough. What mercy starts, it finishes. What grace begins, it completes. You do not abandon the work of your hands. You do not forget me. Stone by stone you taught my heart that trust is built in time. Not every wall is raised in joy, some rise through waiting nights. Still I stand upon your word, though answers feel will stand upon your promise. Even when my strength is gone, love is louder. It makes me strong. You are the builder. You are the foundation. You are the reason this still stands. What you build will not be shaken. What you seal will not decay. I will trust the unseen work you're doing in the walls I cannot raise.
Love is louder.
Some rebuild with noise. Some rebuild with tears. Heaven listens to both. Oh, love is louder than my voice. It is louder than the noise. It is louder than the fear. It rises in me still. I have lived in quiet shadow, where my voice could barely speak, but love has grown within me, and now it fills the streets. What once was faint has grown louder. It calls to every heart. In silence, love does its work, and in loudness it starts. Love is louder than my failure. It is louder than my sin. Love is stronger than my shame. It's the strength that lives within. Love is louder than my voice. It calls to me. It makes the choice. Love is louder than my voice. And in this love,
I will rejoice.
he whispers, come my child, come near. His arms are wide, he holds me dear. Not by power, not by might, but by love that gives me sight. It lifts me up when I am low. It takes me where I couldn't go. And when love is there, I stand. I place my life in his hands. Love is louder than my fear. It silences the storm inside. Love is stronger than my doubt. place where I had no words. I found love's loud declaration. It spoke louder than my silence, louder than the accusation.
Let love be written on my forehead. Let it be written on my palm. Let it speak louder than my failure. Let it heal me, keep me calm. Love is louder than my weakness, stronger than what I've been through. It's louder than the lies I've heard, and it is louder than what I've known to be true.
Deep breath and pause. Love writes itself upon me. It writes its name across my heart. It is louder than anything I could say. It is louder than my voice.
Love is louder than my voice. It breaks the chains. It gives me choice. Love is louder than my voice. It leads me home. I will rejoice. Love is louder than my voice. It calls me out. It lifts my head. Love is louder than my voice. Forever loud. Forever led. He's building his church with holy fire. No wall too high, no storm too wild. By his mercy, by his hand, we stand on Christ, the solid land. Love is louder. Love is louder. Love is louder. Forever led.
What he builds will not be shaken. What he seals will not decay. I will trust the unseen work you're doing in the walls I cannot raise.
Love is not proven by how loudly I feel it, but by how gently I choose to live it. Love grows where a hurried heart learns to wait. Love stays where strength learns to bend.
Love shows up in quiet choices, in moments no one sees. When I pause instead of striking back, when grace is chosen over me. Patience born from borrowed strength, kindness I did not create. Every time I choose it freely, I hear heaven slow my pace.
True patience carries people, not just time.
Love is louder than reaction, louder than the urge to run. Love is patient in the waiting, kind before the work
teaches me to see love is louder in my actions, a mercy walking free.
Jesus waited, never hurried, let the broken grow in time. He forgave before repentance, called the lost before the climb. He endured the weight of people, not just crosses, nails, and pain. A heart made wide by love unearned, a kindness without shame.
A gentle heart sees farther than a sharpened eye.
Love is louder than reaction, louder than the words I say. Love is kind when it's not old, mercy choosing me each day.
I don't chase a passing feeling, I abide and let Him lead. Love is loud in my actions, a living fruit in me.
Joy is not loud celebration. It is a settled soul. It is knowing I walk with God and nothing is missing. Joy grows deep where love is rooted. Peace rests where fear once stood. What is planted in the hidden place always rises strong and good. A softened heart will see His hand, not the wound of yesterday. Love outlasts all bitterness and teaches me the way.
Love is louder than reaction, louder than the past I knew. Love is patient, love is kind, and now it's shaping what I do. When the world rewards the fastest, I will choose the narrow way. Love is loud in my actions, and it will not fail.
Teach me, Jesus, how to love you by the way I love each soul.
Let my life speak what my mouth can't, a patient steed, a kindness whole.
Love will outlast bitterness. Love remains. Some rebuild with noise. Some rebuild with tears. Heaven listens to both.
Unless the Lord builds the house, these hands will only ache. Every stone I tried to lift, shattered under weight. I gathered hope from broken plans, from promises worn thin. Still a whisper, move the rubble. This foundation starts with me. Not by power,
step was fall with night. But even in the quiet round, your mercy traced my name. You were building where I couldn't see, working gently through the pain.
What you planted in broken soil still knows how to rise. Love is louder than the silence, louder than the doubts I hear. Love is stronger than the waiting, stronger than the passing years. Even when I cannot find you, even when the road feels long, love is louder. It holds on. I brought you fragments, you called them holy. I brought you weakness, you called it enough.
When mercy starts, it finishes. What grace begins, it completes. You do not abandon the work of your hands. You do not forget me.
Stone by stone you taught my heart that trust is built in time. Not every wall is raised in joy, some rise through waiting nights. Still I stand upon your word, though answers feel delayed. What you are shaping in the dark will soon be unashamed.
Love is louder than the silence, louder than the doubts I hear. Love is stronger than the waiting, strong than the passing year.
I will stand upon your promise, even when my strength is gone. Love is louder.
It makes me strong. Love is louder. Love is louder. Love is louder. Love is louder.
You are the builder. You are the foundation. You are the reason this still stands.
What you build will not be shaken, what you seal will not decay. I will trust the unseen work you're doing in the walls I cannot raise. Love is
Purpose. Peace meaning contentment, joy. All of it waits, not in striving, but in belonging.
Love is seen in what I choose. not in what I feel. When patience costs me pride, and kindness bends my will.
Every moment I slow my breath, a strength not born of me. I step into a love only heaven could conceive.
Not natural, not easy,
But holy when it stays.
love is louder than my voice, louder than the noise, louder than the past I fear, louder than my choice. Love is louder than my voice.
There is no book upon the floor, no record kept in name, no list of wounds remembered. When mercy learns to speak,
The hands that could accuse release the weight they hold, and freedom walks in light where bitterness grew old. No ledger, no ledger, no chains. Love is louder than my voice, louder than the noise, louder than the past I feel, louder than my choice. When judgment leaves my hands and rests where it belongs, forgiveness breaks the bars that kept my spirit bound.
not because the wound was small, not because the cost was light, but because love chose release over proving it was right.
Love is louder than my voice, louder than the noise, louder than the past I fear, louder than my choice. Love is louder than my voice. Teach my heart to let it go. Love is louder than my voice. Teach my heart to let it go.
Yahweh, forever reign.
Love is louder. Love is louder. Truth spoken soft can heal the soul. Truth thrown in anger scars. Love does not hide from what is right, nor weaponize the dark. It walks the narrow harmony of courage dressed in grace, where light is held with tenderness, not hurled into a face. Grace and truth, side by side.
Love is louder than my voice,
love is louder than my voice. There is a love that stands between the rumor and the name, that shields the one it's bound to from unearned blame. It guards a fragile core of trust, believes when proof is thin, and hopes against the weather when the storm caves in. When Darcy protects trust.
Love is louder than my voice, stronger than my fear. It does not shout, it does not rush, it stays when none are near.
The world walks away. Love away. Not blind to pain, not deaf to call, but rooted deep where vows are crossed. It chooses faithfulness when leaving feels like breath.
Love is louder than my voice, stronger than my fear. It does not shout, it does not rush, it stays when none are near. Love is louder than my voice, stronger than my fear. It does not shout, it does not rush, it stays when none are near. Love is louder than my
Teach us to endure in love,
does not shout, it does
to
not
stand when strength is gone. Yahweh, you are the forever one. Love never fails. When everything else grows quiet, love remains. When certainty trembles, when strength feels thin, when the night feels longer than prayer, love remains. Words will fade like morning mist, knowledge loosens its grip. Even faith will change its form when the unseen is revealed. What we hailed as certainty will bow before the light, but love will still be standing when the stars forget their fight.
Empires turn to memory, crowns return to dust, but mercy writes in fire what time cannot adjust. Long is the road to the friend's house, longer still the road of love.
Yet love never walks alone.
Not built on time, not worn by age, not held by fear, not trapped by pain.
There is no strength without togetherness. This world was built by love, and love is still building here.
Love never fails, love never breaks.
history could keep. Heaven remembers what earth forgets, the weight no scale can show, the eternal echo of a love the soul alone can know. Love and truth have met together, justice and mercy have embraced. When hands grow tired of giving prayers, feel unanswered still, love kneels in the silence and waits upon His will. Not measured by applause, not crowned by praise, not bound to seasons, not lost in day. If not now, when? If not here, where? Before the first word, after the last amen. Love remains. Love never fails. Love never breaks. When all is shaken, love remains. When kingdoms tremble, when mountains shake, love remains. Love never fails. If love is named as God, then God has never changed. I am the Lord, I do not change. I am Yahweh, I am who I am. Patient in the waiting, kind beyond a man, never keeping record of the debts of man. Rejoicing in the truth alone, protecting through the fire. Open when the night is long, lifting when we tire.
Leader who holds us when our
Love remains.
who stands when the night is
Love remains.
who builds this world again and again. Love remains.
When my voice grows quiet,
When my strength is gone,
when my strength is gone,
love is louder than my voice.
love is holding on.
Love is louder than my fear.
Love is louder than the grave.
Love is resurrection rising.
Love alone can save.
Love never fails. Love never breaks. When all is shaken, love remains. Through every sorrow,
Every sorrow,
every flame,
through every question,
without a name, love remains.
love remains. Love remains. Love remains. Love remains. Love remains. Love remains. Love remains. Rest now. You are not held by effort, but by love that cannot fail. He does not sleep. He does not change. He does not forget. Love remains.